Welcome in, everybody. Fuller's Corner Podcast. I am Kendrick,
Hey y'all, it's Kia.
and we are Fuller's Corner Podcast, where we give experience, not advice. The best advice comes from experience. I want to start off today's show by saying I have a new affirmation for us. This came across my brain when I was doing my little evening walk, if you will. I want us to be, this is like an affirmation. I want us to be the hardest working couple on the internet.
Okay.
I don't want anyone out there to outwork us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So look forward to seeing us a lot more often. We may annoy your day, but guess what? Our goal is to grow. So that's just what we are going to do. I want us to be an encyclopedia for relationships.
I like that.
Yeah, I want us to basically cover, you'll never cover every topic, of course, but
No.
I want us to basically get all there is out there, in the relationship space, and I want us to just
all that we know.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
obviously we don't know it all.
We'll never know it all or claim to know it all.
Absolutely. So, hey, that's what I want to do, and I know that we'll do it.
Yep, we
I know
can
that
do
we'll
it.
achieve it. So today's show, I wanted to talk about work-life balance, if you will. So I want to know, in your opinion, is work-life, let's say work-life / family balance, is it a real thing in your mind?
I think people like to think it's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that if anybody has achieved it. I know I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't know that it is humanly possible if you work a full-time job and have kids to have a complete work-life, home-life balance.
Yes.
It may be balanced to your standards, but is it like completely balanced? No.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible, honestly.
I would have to agree, because I feel like life just, man, it just pulls you in so many different directions constantly. Constantly. And for me, I'm a big thinker. Like, my brain never stops. I'm not the smartest guy, but my brain literally never stops. Like, it never stops. Like, I know when I'm not getting sleep because my brain is still going. You know what I mean? I don't get the best sleep, by the way, because of that.
Or you sleeping and not resting, because there's a difference. You can be asleep but not really getting rest while you're asleep.
Absolutely. And I experience that often. And with that being said, I mean, I think it just has a lot to do with the demands of life. You know, there is no rest, especially when you're in your youth. You know, we're still in our 30s, which is, still fairly young. We got a lot on our plate. We got a future to plan for. We got kids' future to plan for. We have, couples goals that we want to meet. We have goals at our job we want to meet. We have, aspirations. We just stepped into entrepreneurship and stuff like that. So it's a whole lot, man. It's a whole lot. And for those who get to coast in life, and, like, I got a lot of friends that, like, they're not together with their baby mama or whatever, or they not with anybody. And that's cool and all that. But I hear so much complaining from a lot of those guys, and it really irks me, because I'm just like, dude, when did it become this big misconception that it's easier to keep a family together and that we have it better than people who, like, let's say a guy that's paying child support or a woman that's paying child support but don't have the actual kid there with them? when did that misconception become a thing, like a serious thing, you know?
Look, I don't know, but I would love to know.
Yeah, I mean,
how is that? First of all,
they literally couldn't walk a day in our shoes.
No.
Like a day.
Because
they would kill themselves. Like they wouldn't know what to do with themselves.
A lot of them feel like because they pay child support, that's all they have to do. So you don't even have your child on the day to day.
By the way, I meant that figuratively, not literally, that you would kill yourself, just by the way.
Yeah. You don't even have your kids on a day to day basis. So how is it hard?
Yeah.
To do what you're doing? You literally have to worry about yourself every day. And that's it.
Yeah. And you know what's funny to me? This is what a lot of them don't realize, right? So a lot of them come to me with their complaints and their, woes in life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those deals. It's kind of like, if you're complaining now, because a few of them, a few of my friends, they want families. They want a wife. They want kids. But if you're complaining now, when you don't have any of these things and you really only have to vouch for yourself and
really gonna be complaining.
And yeah, exactly. Like you're really gonna be you life is gonna hit you with a tsunami. And you ain't gonna know what to deal. You ain't gonna know how to deal with it because you're so used to just dealing with yourself.
But I think that's a lot of people though. They feel like what they don't have would be easier.
Absolutely.
But it's because you haven't experienced it, so you don't fully know. But don't assume that that's gonna be easier.
And don't let them be on Instagram because oh my goodness,
the internet lies.
Yeah. If you're on the internet too, you gonna really think you missing out on everything in life.
Oh my gosh, like
you gonna think your life is just the suckiest life ever.
Having a family is the biggest blessing, but it's also work. Relationships are work. Marriage is work. Having kids is work.
It's the biggest blessing, yet the biggest amount of work.
Yes, like you have 4 jobs. You work your full-time job, your 9 to 5. You have your job as your relationship. You have your job as being a parent. Like on top of everything else that you need to do as a human.
Yep.
Like, and not saying marriage is a job as in it's something you don't want to do. It's a rewarding job.
Yeah.
But it's work. Like you don't just get to.
And you should, by the way, you should treat your job like a marriage. There's so many people who hate their jobs, but we're blessed to have jobs. So you should treat it with care. You should treat it with love and tenderness because, even if it's the suckiest job in the world, you don't want to treat that job sucky and then the next job sucky. It's just like relationships. Like if you treated the last girl or the last dude bad, then you most likely going to treat the next one bad. But I wrote down even a few things that we have to deal with as we speak on a day-to-day basis throughout the year. You got sports with the kids. You got working out your dang self, trying to keep your own health right. You know what I'm saying? You got alone time. Everybody needs alone time. You got quality time with your children. You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing about that. We got a boy and a girl. You need quality time with both of them. You need quality time with the girl, and you need quality time with the boy. That's 3 different things to do. You understand? Like, these are things that they have to get done.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do them, but they should get done.
They
you know
need
what I mean?
to get done.
They need to get done. You got to educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? In some form or fashion, educate yourself, whether it be reading, whether it be meditation, whether it be, going to school. You need to be educating yourself at some point in your year. Of course, work. That goes without being said. Your friends, if you have friends, make time for your friends. That's one of the things that probably should get dropped off if you got to drop something off, but a lot of us, we got friends and we want to make time for those friends and be there for those friends. We are church goers. You got to make time for the Lord. That's the most important thing, or it should be to us all. Like I said, we're into the entrepreneurship thing. These are a few things, you know what I'm saying? And last but of course not least, you need to sleep. Like sleep is the most important thing of them all, physically. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
spiritually,
ain't gonna
God
be able
is,
to keep up with the other stuff. You don't take care of you. You can't keep up with all the other stuff on your list.
Absolutely.
Like today has been the most balance I feel yesterday and today because I've been off. It's Thanksgiving break. I don't have to go to work. This morning I got up, worked out.
Yep.
Me and Cassidy hung out. We watched the movie. Went to go visit my granny. I stopped and seen my brother. Like, I got to do things. The house is, look, the mops wipe down, scrub down the microwave. Like, I've been able to do so much because I'm not on my 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like
things that needed to get done.
Yes.
And, you know, just gotta find the time.
When you at work Monday through Friday, you have Saturday and Sunday to try to cram so much into 2 days.
Yep.
And it's like, how do you can't fit everything. There's only so many hours in a day. Yep. You can't fit everything. But yesterday and today, I have been able to get so much done that needed to be done.
Yep.
You know, it's like, how do you? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mother. That's why I like, you know, and I've said this in the past. When it comes to business and it comes to like entrepreneurship, I understand when people say you need to find a niche and all of that stuff. You need to find a focus on one thing, kind of how we're focusing on a relationship. And there's a lot of the relationship stuff, and it's a lot of truth behind that. However, you have to not only do that, but worry about these other things. We ain't YouTubers yet, per se.
Yeah.
We still go to work. We still got kids to take care of, all that, you know, good stuff. So it's one of those deals like, yeah, if you have dreams, you need to dream and you need to put them into, you know, take your faith and put it into works. However, it's a process. And, you know, one thing about it is you better know how to multitask. I actually wrote that down as well. You know, you cannot, in this life, it is inevitable when it comes to multitasking. You will not avoid multitasking.
No.
Period. Like, you have to be a multitasker. To those of you who, I like watching this one YouTuber. His name is, what's that guy's name? He's the fitness guy, the one that, the British guy, the one I show. He's like Nigerian and British. Vincent. Obi Vincent. Yeah, Obi Vincent. I love to watch his vlogs because, you know, it's almost like kind of meditating watching his vlogs because we live completely different lives. You know what I mean? He's a single guy. You know, he's into fitness. You know, no kids, no wife. You know, it's a form of meditation because it's like, okay, it's cool to see that, and it's cool to see somebody who can literally control almost everything in their life. You know what I'm saying? Once you start to get dependents out here, man, listen, I'm a big proponent for self-care and all that stuff. And I've been seeing a lot of that, you know, mental health and self-care, and that's fine. That's dandy. But I was just talking to my dad about this the other day because we got a family member who's really dealing with getting his crap together. You know what I mean? And it's one of those deals like, every time you look up, he's trying to get his crap together. And it's just like, dude, you only get so many chances in life to get your crap together. You know what I mean? At some point, you just got to
do it.
Man up and do it. You understand? So it's like, that's cool. That's fine. That's dandy and all that. But life ain't waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
at all.
Bills ain't waiting on you. Like, if you got dependents, you got kids out here, they're not waiting on you. They're growing up. They're going. And it's going. Life is time is going. You know what I mean? So that's fine, that's dandy and all that, but you will have to multitask in this lifetime, whether you single or you have dependents out here. You know, so
whether you good at it or not.
Absolutely.
You got to figure it out and make it work.
I mean, unless you just one of these quitters out here just like, oh, well, I'm going to just be a bum, or I'm going to just, you know, let it go with the flow or whatever they say. But, you know, yeah, man, like it's major. There is no such thing. You know, all you can do is just roll with the punches, you know, and go with life, because
you can manage things, but as far as there being a complete balance, no. Unless you like you said, somebody that's single, no kids. Yeah. Yes, you have more freedom to do all the things that you need to do in a day. Especially if you know, I don't know that he has like a regular job or if he just does the YouTube. But even then,
Yeah.
that allows you so much more freedom because you doing like he's
he
working
works
while
from
he's
home.
exercising. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he-
That's your,
I think he coaches the people, so he work from home.
and he records himself doing that. Like you're multitasking. You're
Yeah.
able to fit these few things into one time frame
Yeah,
and make it work. That's
absolutely.
stretching. You're able to stretch your day that way.
And it's funny too when you're single, because I got another friend. He like complains about, oh well, y'all got a family, y'all got this and this. I'm like, bro, we're forced to put to do things in the slots because they're there and they have to get done. When you're single, you have no kids, all that good stuff. You can customize what you do, and like that's another reason why I like watching him, because it's just like he can customize his day. Okay, well I'm gonna do this here, I'm gonna do that there. There's nothing, conflicting in your schedule, and we be jealous of that. Like I wish we could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We can do that in April. That can wait. You know what I'm saying? Let's just worry about February. Do something. You can't do that kind of stuff.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them deals. Like I tip my hat to those guys because they I ain't gonna say they did it right. You can't know where life is gonna take you, but I feel like everybody should experience that once in life, to where you just get to customize your life and kind of move how you want to move. Because a lot of us, such as ourselves, we went too fast.
We gotta wait 18 years.
Yeah.
Twice. We gotta wait till the oldest get 18. And I don't even know why people say 18.
Yeah.
Because I want to know the
hope
numbers.
for.
Yeah, like how many 18-year-olds really move out? You know what I mean? Like
That's an interesting question.
Like not everybody goes to college. Even if you don't end up having kids early, some kids just choose not to go to college because that's not their thing, which is fine. And we know we're not gonna be those parents that, oh, you 18, it's time for you to get out. We're not doing that.
Check this out. I wanted to look that up. It says I just searched average age kids leave the house. While there are a lot of factors involved, the average age when people move out of their parents' home is somewhere between 24 and 27.
And in this day and age, I believe it. Because first of all, it's expensive as heck to live.
Yeah, especially in places outside of here.
Like we've discussed before in one of our episodes, like it's expensive to live. So this lady that just started working at my job, she was just saying how she about to be 26. So she freaking out because she about to get kicked off her parents' insurance. It's like, it's stuff like that because it's expensive.
Yeah. Like
you want to be able to get by as long as you can. So if your parents, they let you stay on their insurance, even though you got a job, they'll let you stay in the house. Like, I don't know that our kids would be in the house at 25, 27, but nobody's kicking them out at 18.
My nephew just called earlier. He's a student at Morehouse. I don't know what they be whatever they be doing. Y'all know what y'all be doing.
That's
but
if
anyway,
you join the fraternity.
I think he in a fraternity.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he called and was like, man, can you help a broke college student out? And I was like, man, I thought you this little $40, you know what I mean? Like, but he was saying, he was like, he got a car, and he was like, man, I got a car, but the car is less expensive than the insurance. He was like, I think the insurance hit me for like $500 a month. I was like, wow.
Because he's a kid. I mean, he's not a kid, but he's a kid. Like, that's how they looking at it. The insurance company.
It just go to show what you just said. Like,
yeah,
it ain't nothing sweet out here. Ain't nothing sweet, to say the least.
And you still got to put gas in it.
Absolutely.
I had a conversation with one of the kids at the school because he has a car. He's like, but I don't have no gas. I said, do you haul your friends around? He was like, sometimes. Charge them just like Uber.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing in this life free. You got to get by. Look, you need a ride. I need some gas money.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That's tough, man. That's
Yeah.
tough. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if you have the luxury of being able to customize your life and be able to just move when you choose to, take advantage of it, because once you give that card up,
Ain't no going back.
yeah, ain't no going back, and it don't come without a cost. Yeah. So, hey,
Make sure
to each his own.
you ready for what you asking for.
Yeah.
Make sure you really want what it is you are asking for. Because look, once you got it, you got it.
Absolutely. Work-life balance. We're going to start coming out with a lot of random shirts, guys, that we're going to start wearing on the show. And it's going to have a lot of our quotes, man. And I'm super excited for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited for that because I'm ready to get this message out, And a lot of those, those one-liners, if you will, they go far, Yeah. Multitasking is inevitable. Like it's gonna chase you down like a hawk, And I mean, I know a lot of single people who struggle. You got work. I talk to my coworker all the time. He talking about how it's just a lot with work and school, and trying to have a life of his own. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stressful for single people too.
Yeah. I mean, because there's so much that goes into life, period. If you still have your grandparents, you want to be able to see them. You have your parents, you want to spend time with them. You want to hang with your friends. You want to have your alone time. You want to, if you single and you are interested in a relationship, you got to find time to be able to date and get out and meet people. Like, everybody has a to-do list.
Yep.
And everybody's trying to figure out how to manage that to-do list. So, I mean, it's not that one's better. They're just different. When you are in a relationship and you have kids, you have more to add to that to-do list.
Yep.
You still got the stuff you had on your list when you were single, and now you adding a handful of more things to that list. So it's just finding the best way to manage it, the best way that works for you.
Yep. Find the best way that works for you. But if you think for 1 second that you're going to have balance, you also mistake. It's just like when we was talking about with the percentages in a relationship. Like sometimes it's 90 her way, 10 mine. Sometimes it's 99 mines, 1 hers.
Yeah. And it's all, I mean, something's gonna drop. I got excited. Look, like I said, I'm off work. He texts me, he's like, you want to go have lunch? Yes.
Yeah.
Them kids stayed at home. We went and had lunch. Me and him, like, and again, I'm not at work, so it's easier to fit those things in, like it just, that was our time to take advantage of some alone time and out of the house, I
have a deceased brother. As y'all know, we got one up for a sister-in-law. We got one up, a cross up for my brother, and we're gonna get his son tomorrow, which we don't see enough. Which is something we have to get better about. But we're going to go pick him up. He's gonna spend time with us for Thanksgiving. So let me tell you, man, life can pull you all over the place. You just better be ready for what it has in store for you, because it ain't gonna be balance in store for you. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
I can assure you of that.
It'll be your version of balance. It ain't gonna be no level playing field.
Look, as we speak, my uncle just texted me, game time Thursday, fellas. Need everyone to report to the cave. Like, for those that don't know, my uncle is like a third dad to myself, and I have a certain obligation to him, you know. Like when we was growing up, the way we grew up, a lot of our family members, they may not want to admit it, but they ain't really mess with us like that, which it was cool. You know what I mean? We was the family with 5, 6 kids and all that there,
And all boys. Nobody got time for that.
But one thing about my uncle, man, he always made time for us. He always made time for us. He'll stop what he was doing, to come get us. I'll be sitting in the front yard, like, just thinking to myself, like, man, I wish Uncle Phil would just pull up, and he'll pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back then when we ain't have phones and stuff, like,
Yes.
I couldn't text him or nothing. Wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, I mean, we got our obligations in life, and
it's like sometimes you feel like you are stretched thin.
Yeah.
And that's when that me time kick in. It's like, wait a minute.
Yep.
Look, I didn't spread myself, and now I need to get put back together for a minute.
Exactly.
Exactly. Life be lifing, y'all.
Life be lifing. The math don't be mathing.
At all.
You know what I'm talking about?
1 + 1 is not 2.
You hear me? It's straight like that.
Look, I'm telling you.
Time don't be timing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
None of that.
Yeah, man.
I got a friend, she texted me earlier, was like, you think we can do lunch tomorrow? I got plans with his mama in the morning. It's like, I don't know. We got to go pick up nephew. I don't know. Like, stuff be going. Stuff be going. So, look.
Yeah, man. To those of you who are excellent with time and excellent with time management, kudos to you. I want to say one last analogy before we leave. I wanted to say, life is like managing. I told my dad this the other day. It's like managing a Walmart. That's at least how I feel sometimes. You got to worry about the deli. You got to worry about the bakery. You got to worry about the pet section. You got to worry about the electronics. You know what I'm saying? It's just different things in life. And I guess the difference between being a family man and a single man, or vice versa, a family woman or a single woman, is you managing the mom and pop. You know what I'm saying? That, you get your little old customers in, you got about 4 or 5 employees, you good. Not to say it ain't stressful, you good. Yeah. But we out here managing, big Walmarts and trying to, multitask, doing this, doing that, run around like a chicken with his head cut off. You know what I'm saying?
Cut all the way off.
Yeah, man. It's no balance on this side. So just be ready, y'all. Just be ready. It's lovely though. It's way more rewarding than any other thing in life. You know what I'm saying? It's only so much you can do by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can be a Rhodes Scholar, be a rocket scientist, go to the moon and back, make $1 billion, and it ain't gonna feel as good as, watching your daughter at a ballet recital or watching your son hit his first home run. It ain't gonna feel that good. I promise you.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that. So, hey.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yes. It's always going to be a fire to be put out somewhere.
Absolutely.
So, it's managing. That's what it is. You're not balancing. You're managing.
Yep.
You got to know how to manage all the things, all the different parts of your life.
Absolutely. Well, that's about it for today, man. We thank y'all for joining us. Fuller's Corner Podcast, where we give experiences, not advice. The best advice comes from experience. We are the relationship encyclopedia. And you guys will never find another couple to outwork us.
Nope. We here. We doing it.
We live. Y'all have a good evening.
Bye.
Peace.